a wicked man that cannot enter the kingdom of Zion.
All right, everybody, yo, shalom to the world going out. All right, this is Brother Gaja of the Gathering of Christ Church, formerly of Peace FM. Raw Truth suspended, but you know what, man? All praises to the Most High. When one door is closed, another one is open. You understand me? And as you know that's those of you who've been following the Raw Truth from the beginning know that we have been suspended off Peace FM. Thank you to all the people out there who signed the online petition. It's a blessing, and keep signing, keep sending emails, because we still not received any word as to the situation going on. All right. So just to give you a recap, if we got new people listening and coming in to this platform now for the first time. All right. First, we want to give all praises to the Most High Ahaya through Yeshaya, his son. All right. Wakwadash Rawak. And if you don't know what that means, that is the name of the Most High Ahaya, the name of Christ, Yeshaya, and then the Holy Spirit, which is the Kwadash Rawak, or Holy Spirit. Okay, the Rawak. All right, so it's a blessing to be here, launching this new platform here. I think them say it's a podcast, it's a cast. So we're gonna do it, and we're gonna keep running it, bringing news here. We are totally uncensored, so we can actually speak about things that we were, to some degree, we were a bit restrained in speaking about when we did the Peace FM broadcast. You with me? And just want to say big up to all the people who supported the Raw Truth, who support the truth, support the works that we put in. You understand me? And that come and tune in to these discussions and these things real time, current, and express a need to have it going. You understand? And it's just enough strength, man, to that. So we're gonna keep this thing going right now. The setting here that we're broadcasting in is a lot different from what we were accustomed to. In some regards, it's a lot better. You understand me? Right now, we can see outside. We can see, it's daytime where we are right now. Before, we used to broadcast at about 11 o'clock at night till 3 in the morning. Now, hopefully, we can get these broadcasts putting out earlier time for a lot of people within the States. By the time you wake up, you'd be able to get some of these broadcasts, and the people within the UK and other parts of the world that on this sort of time zone will be able to tune in real time. All right, so it looked promising. You with me? And as it goes on, it's gonna get better. We're gonna start getting back the guests who we used to have. We're gonna have some we're gonna invite some people in that could not have made it at the time when we used to have them shows on Peace FM due to the late nature of it. So hopefully now we'll be able to sit down with more people doing more work hours, so to speak, and get interviews and get comments and be more in the streets, more hands-on with the people, and watch it grow. You understand me? And hopefully it gets out there and we can add to it as we go on, and you'll be able to email us also and give us your feedback and suggestions that you have. All right, on it. As you know, Brother Azariah is the producer. You with me? He was the one that did a lot of the production behind the Search Engine International on Blog Talk Radio, which is still up. We have not been on it for a couple of weeks right now due to, as you know, it's pagan season. A lot of our guests dealing with paganism, with that pagan mess. So hopefully now it's done to some degree. We'll be able to see. We'll see a lot more people coming through and coming on the guest. You understand? Coming on the broadcast, and we can keep bringing out information to the people. So don't miss that either on Blog Talk Radio, the search engine international. All right. Also on Blog Talk Radio, we have the Coming Out of Babylon show with brother and Elder Ramar. And as you know, that broadcast, I think Elder Ramar is having a bit of technical issues where he is right now. If he hasn't started back as well, I need to speak with him. And the Daughters of Zion show that goes on every Tuesday night. I think that is Daughters of Zion. And then you have brother Xavier out there from with the California congregation that or the West Coast congregation that broadcasts every Sunday on Blog Talk Radio, and yours truly every Wednesday night at 5 p.m. Eastern, doing the Search Engine International. All right, brother Azariah got a lot of guests lined up for that platform as well, so hopefully we'll see everybody there. And as you know, the Hebrew Bible Academy, I think it's in its third week now. Third week, going into its third week, so it's still open up for registration or admission. So please go and support it. All right, go there to send an email to gatheringas1 at aol.com, and the elders will just put attention academy enrollment, and that will bring you there. All right. Now, this being the first ever cast that we're gonna be doing, all right, we're gonna keep the name Raw Truth. All right, going. So this is the raw truth, and a higher willing it will be even raw than the last raw truth that we had going on. Because right now, like I said, we are not restricted to what we can say and what we can do, and we're gonna keep it. We're gonna it's family. It's a family program, so that don't mean that we're gonna go and start. You're gonna hear nobody coming on and cursing and swearing and all of that stuff. You get me? We're still gonna keep it righteous. You understand me? With speech, with manner, with as we have always done. But the information that we bring out will not be as there will be no censorship as to the information that we can bring out. You understand me? So this will be a really good platform of launching and getting information out there. You understand me? And I know the brothers them here behind the scene have loads of ideas and creativity that they want to work with. They want us to do, being that we are more flexible right now in terms of broadcasting and what we can have on the show or on our show in terms of production. So that looks like it's gonna be a blast as well. I hope everybody stay tuned for that. All right. The email for us here in the UK. All right, and let me put this out. The Caribbean, GOCC Caribbean is up and running. So for those of you in the Caribbean who would like to, link in with the church, all right, you can email me at gocc144uk@gmail.com, and I'll put you in touch with the brothers them in the Caribbean who are doing the works, holding it down in Trinidad, down in Barbados, Jamaica, and as far south as Guadeloupe. You with me? So it's growing. The word is spreading. All praises to the Most High. I don't know if anybody out there saw the videos that our brother John down there in Australia who did the baptism down there, came to the UK, was baptized here in the UK, and then went back to Australia and baptizing brothers and sisters down there out of the tribe of Naphtali. And we see the truth growing. We see the works. We see it growing for the people. So we can't ever stop it, and we can't even try to censor it. And to stop this work would be a sin. To try and stop it is even a greater danger that you put yourself in when you try to censor the works and censor the truth that needs to go out for the people. All right. So this is for old people who've been with us for a while, who know the drill, and this is also for people who are new to the truth, who have never heard the truth concerning the Most High, according to what's written in the Bible, not according to the philosophies that's running in Christianity, and all of these other demonic religions, i.e., Islam, Judaism, and so on and so forth. So we have to put the truth out there, and the Bible is the truth. And if this earth went back to the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, things would be very different than where it is right now. And that is what we aim to bring. We aim to bring the truth of the Bible, the truth of Christ to the mass out there. You understand me? No, nothing watered down, nothing diluted, but the pure truth as to what's going on and what the Bible says and what's going on today in real life, as to the time that we're moving into right now. And if they were teaching the Bible correctly, as most of you know, in the churches, people would then look around right now and see the signs that the Bible speaks about happening right before their eyes. It's like there was an article the other day, and Brother Nathan, blessings, you here with me? All right. There was an article, I don't know if you saw it the other day in the papers about fuel prices plummeting, going down.
No, I must have missed that one.
You missed it?
Yeah.
Well, I think we posted up the article. A couple of people had the articles up. Judas back. I put it up on social media, and a couple of other people I put it out there on social media about the price of fuel plummeting, going down.
Right.
And what they're saying is that the last time that happened, like the way it's happening right now, was in 2008 when, as we know, we had the big financial crash. So they're saying, what's gonna happen now when things are plummeting the way it is? You understand me? And as you know, when fuel price goes down, things become relatively cheaper because fuel dictates the price of most commodities. So when fuel goes down, things become cheap. And it had us looking at a scripture here in get me the Apocrypha. Let's go to 2nd Ezra 16. All right? And let's pick up at where it says things when it tells us that there will be victuals cheap on the earth. I think it's the 21 on down, I think it is. All right? And this is in the Apocrypha for those of you who don't know. 2nd Ezra was part of the original King James Version Bible before it was taken out of print, I should say, from the regular Bible in 1929 by the Roman Catholics. All right, but if you were to look at the Cambridge University or the Oxford print of our original King James Version Bible, you will have all of these books in it. The 14 books known as the Apocrypha. Have you got it there, Rock? 2nd Ezra 16 verses. Let's start at verses 21. All right, go ahead.
The book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16 and verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth,
Go ahead.
that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth.
So people gonna see everything getting cheap. Things are getting, prices are dropping. I'm gonna, yeah man, it's cheap, it's good. Things are getting better now. Right? But there's evils growing up on the earth. Read on.
Sword,
That's warfare. And we see that going on right now. Go ahead.
famine.
This earth is in a famine right now. The waters of the ocean right now. The fishes are dying. If you go in your computer right now and you Google the Pacific Ocean, they say the Pacific Ocean is almost dead, if not dead. Fishes by the thousands and millions are being washed ashore. So when you have fish dying at that level, that affects what science would call the ecosystem. You understand me? And have a knock-on effect on land. You understand me? And then the earth becomes in a famine. Not only that, but you have the atmosphere being pumped up with chemtrails. You understand me? And these chemicals that has been pumped into the atmosphere have an effect on the food that's being planted or grown. You understand me? The waters is poisonous. So even when the farmers watering the plants with this toxic water, right? The food's dying out. Then you have the GMO food, which are genetically modified organisms, which don't produce seeds. You understand? And then now these fruits are not being grown the way they were grown, normally. So now the earth is going into a famine. And check this out, everybody. The Bible wrote about this long before there was any such thing as Monsanto's or any other establishment that deals with genetic modification of food. The Bible speaks about the earth going through a time when they said the victual is gonna be cheap, and everybody gonna think that they're in good now. The Bible spoke about this long before it happened. So if these pastors were teaching going into the Bible and reading the Bible and telling you what's going on in the Bible. And then you could then look at the Bible and go, you know what? Maybe this is, could this be?
Prophecy.
Could this be some sort of prophecy going on here? I mean, think about it. Go ahead, read.
Famine and great confusion.
Famine and great confusion. Go ahead.
For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy.
So if you people go, well, listen, I have no food, I have land, I have money. You understand me? If you escape the famine, the sword going to take you out. Warfare going to take you out. Go ahead.
And the dead shall be cast out as dung.
Go ahead.
And there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down.
The earth shall be wasted, and the cities cast down. And that's where we at right now, brothers and sisters, tuning in, listening in. That's where we at right now in this earth. And we're just reading here from the book of 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. You have any more there, Atlas?
Yeah, I can go a little bit.
Go ahead.
Verse 24. There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it.
Go ahead.
The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them?
Exactly. So when you look in, we spoke about this on the end, one of the last broadcasts that we did in Manchester. We actually went into this chapter and a more in-depth breakdown. Right? When you see these movies that they're putting out of the earth, like I Am Legend with Will Smith, World War Z,
and The
Walking Dead, and all of these movies that you see they're putting out there and series, they're actually showing you what's about to come. It's real. You understand me? It's a plan that they are programming the people them to readily accept. All right. Now, like I said, we're gonna cover the Bible, which is the base and foundation of what we do, and we're also gonna go into a little bit of news as well as to what's going on in the earth.
Raw truth.
Alright, man, welcome back. A lot of things caught my eye regarding what's going on, and let me drop this in for Benjamites. All right, let me go to the Caribbean for this one. There's a documentary in the Caribbean, and I made you see the clip just before.
Yeah.
Before we actually came with this broadcast, there was a clip. There was a clip of a journalist. I think the journalist from CNN. All right. Anthony Bourdain is his name. A CNN journalist, and there's a show that he has called Unknown Parts, or Parts Unknown. Forgive me if I'm saying it incorrectly, all right? And it's on YouTube. You can actually go and watch it. If you type it in, you'll see it goes into different parts of the earth and go into the unknown, like showing you things in parts of the earth where the ordinary news not gonna bring, or And he did one on Jamaica. And there's a very interesting part in it, all right? And it's about from the 29th minute, from the video I've seen, anyways, all right? And this video had commercial breaks in it. So maybe if you go and see the same video, about from the 27th minute to about the 34th minute. So from 27 to 34, they go up into they're in on the northeast coast of Jamaica, all right? Around the Aracabessa area, from St. Mary, going around to Port Antonio. And the whole documentary was based really on that side of the island, talking about all the people who own and have land around there, i.e. Michael Lee Chin, i.e. Chris Blackwell, okay, from a former owner of Island Records, and the person who produced who brought Bob Marley to the public, for most people, well, to the world really, for most people who don't know. And all of their financial control or interest in that region of the island and what they're looking to do. And they went down to a fishing village, and they started to, they were interviewing the local there. But there was one guy in the midst of it called Carl Bradshaw. And for those of you who don't know who Carl Bradshaw is, anybody ever watch Jimmy Cliff, Harder They Come, Jimmy Carl Bradshaw was the man who introduced Jimmy Cliff into the world of Kingston and robbed him in it and tricked him. And then when Jimmy Cliff became the outlaw now in harder, they come and took up the gun. Not spoiling it for people who not seen it yet. Who pick up the gun. One of the men them who sold him out was this actor here in the movie.
Yeah.
And he's another movie you've probably seen him, Jamaican movie called Rude Boys. And he was the boss leader, Wani. You with me in the movie. Alright, so this brother here, Carl Bradshaw, was the one that they were interviewing. And when you see the interview, right, when you see how them doing the interview, it's like the journalist is trying to speak with the local people, and this guy keeps cutting them off.
Yeah.
Right? And the local is trying to express on camera what's really going on. And he shut them up, and the camera actually caught everything that went down. He took them out. Yeah, you get me? It was even, if you don't know, if when you look at it, it was a very threatening and confrontational manner in which that they did it. And you can see directly how what the people with money doing and how they're paying off the local people are those who they can buy out to actually go along and be quiet while they totally come and industrialize, or in this case it would be for tourism, right, and kick the local people out of them own land and them own what they own right there. You with me? And their livelihood. So they the have and the have not oppression on the islands is still live. It's still real. You with me? I mean, this documentary is a 2014 documentary. It's still real, people. It was and the one I'm looking at right now was published on the 19th of November. As a matter of fact, when we upload this video, I'm gonna see if I can put links to this clip on it.
I'll put a bit of the clip in the recording.
Yeah, and put it in the recording, and then we can get it out there so the people them can see exactly what we're talking about. All right, and then after that, in the same segment, this brother goes into a talk of utter madness, of utter rambling, and
diverts it completely.
Exactly. And it is trickery, witchcraft, and sorcery on the people them. And I want everybody to go have a look at it and drop your comments. Let us know what you feel about it and all of that. But it caught my eye, and I think it's very interesting, and we should these are things that people need to know, that the oppression and the struggle is still there. Poor people still having it hard. You understand me? And the house nigger, okay, that house nigger is still alive and well. He's still there. Okay, so check it out. All right. Let me go to the next thing here now on the itemization list here of things that we're gonna talk about. There's an article here from the Telegraph UK. All right, and this is crazy. Check this out, everybody. Let me get this open up here. All right, and if you're listening, if you're just getting it or wondering what's going on here, if you're listening to it midway, mixed segment, this is the real raw truth. All right, we are actually podcasting, or some call it podcast, or whatever the case is, and
this is the rawcast.
The rawcast. You with me? So we're at an earlier hour, more decent timing, and we're putting the information out there for the people to go and look. All right, to go and check it out. All right. So where is this article here now? Let me bring this up. Bear, man. Do you have it over there? Open up.
Yeah, I've got it here.
All right, go ahead for me and read what's going on right there for the people.
This is on the telegraph.co.uk, and the title is Anti-Terror Plan to Spy on Toddlers is Heavy-Handed. Nursery staff and childminders are given duty to report toddlers they suspect of being at risk of becoming terrorists under new Home Office measurements. Oh my days. Shocked reading it.
Oh, gosh. Listen. You know, the Bible. You know what? Let's go into the Bible. Let's go to Deuteronomy 32 for me, please, Zach. Get me Deuteronomy 32. Hold up, we're gonna come back and read this article in everybody. But let me go into the Bible quickly. Yeah, let me go into the Bible quickly. Give me Deuteronomy 32, all right? And start for me at verse 21.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 21. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not the Most High.
So the Most High is saying that we have moved into jealousy with that which is not power, which is not Him. Go ahead.
They have provoked me to anger with their vanities.
And we provoked Him to anger with vanity. Vanity is nothingness. So we were doing pure daftness to provoke the Most High to anger. Go ahead.
And I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people.
And the Most High said, I'm going to move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. The Most High never, don't even regard them. Okay? Go ahead.
I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation.
Read that again for me.
I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation.
So the Most High says here, He's going to provoke us to anger with a foolish nation. Why? Because all we know, this is another indication that we are the people of the Most High. All right. Who would come up with an idea, right? With the idea that we need to start looking at toddlers to identify terrorists. I mean, who went to bed the night before, right? And come up with that. Who does that? You understand me? Who does? Who? Listen, read it again, please, and tell the listeners where you are.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, and partway through verse 21. And I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation.
I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation. Okay? So, a nation of fools, right? Only a fool, hold up. Only a fool would sit down and come up with an idea that we need to target children. Toddlers, you know. Who could be a potential terrorist. Yo, let's go back to the article. And hold the scriptures here. Hold the scriptures here. We're going to pull out some more scriptures and some of these things.
Right.
So yeah, let me hear the breakdown now of which parliamentarian or which organization came up with that. let me hear that. Go on.
Right. Nursery school staff and registered childminders must report toddlers at risk of becoming terrorists under counter-terrorism measures proposed by the government. The directive is contained in a 39-page consultation document issued by the Home Office. So
the Home Office put out a 39-page consultation on this. Yo. All right, go on.
And this is this year. This is a couple of days ago, 4th of Jan. Right. And in a bid to bolster its prevent anti-terrorism plan, critics said the idea was unworkable and heavy-handed and accused the government of treating teachers and carers as spies. The document accompanies the Counter-Terrorism and Security Bill currently before Parliament. It identifies nurseries and early year childcare providers along with schools and universities as having a duty to prevent people being drawn into terrorism.
So hold up. So all right. Because none of them start to going off about high school and all these things. Let us stick back here for a minute. How does a toddler show signs of becoming a terrorist? Now, what that sounds like to me, really, is that children will be racially profiled.
Exactly.
You with me? Because that's the only thing that you could say you're gonna look at to figure out who could be a terrorist. Now check this out. A lot of us are who in the truth, right, and who have separated ourselves to some degree, right, from this system, from this wicked, devilish, satanic empire, right. Some of the things that we start to do once we have separated ourselves from this is, the pagan madness goes out the door. That's probably one of the first things that goes out the door. Right, we don't celebrate Christmas no more. Right now, our children going into these institutions where they're celebrating Christmas. They're celebrating, anything pagan. They're dealing with it, and when your child isn't doing it, and when you tell them at nursery or preschool that, listen, she or he don't eat pork. We don't deal with Christmas. Could that be potential for a terrorist?
Exactly.
Could it be? Now, we're going to check that out. Because there was an article a few months ago in the same Telegraph, I think it was, here, speaking of such things, saying that they're looking to find laws now against people who are. You remember we brought it out. Yeah, if I could find it again, I'll pull it up as well. You understand me? So what they're gonna start doing now is that when your child is in school and your child don't partake in this in the society and what society is offering, right?
When he's starting to wake up, your child will be deemed a terrorist or a potential to be, because it says nursery school staff and registered childminders must report toddlers at risk of becoming terrorists. Now, the only way that they can say, okay, we're going to look at toddlers and what toddlers are doing, because I can't see toddlers in nursery saying that, listen, they're gonna blow something up or they're looking to shoot something down. You with me? So it must be the lifestyle of which, or the background that these children come from. That's the only thing that they can target. You understand me? So if the child comes in and the child, is one of them who don't celebrate Christmas, the child don't want to eat pork. The child talking about the Most High don't want to clasp them hands and close them eyes and pray. You with me? These things could be deemed as terrorism. And that's where we're at right now, people. And this article was taken on the 4th of January, 2015. That's 6 days ago. This came out. All right. And it says nursery school staff and registered childminders must report toddlers at risk of being terrorists. Under counter-terrorism measures proposed by the government, the directive is contained in a 39-page consultation document issued by the Home Office in a bid to bolster its preventative anti-terrorism plan. Critics said the idea was unworkable and heavy-handed and accused the government of treating teachers and carers as spies. The document accompanies the counter-terrorism and security bill currently before Parliament. It denies nurseries and early years childcare providers. Sorry, I'm reading it wrong. It identifies, nurseries and early year childcare providers along with school and universities as having a duty to prevent people being drawn into terrorism. So now they're giving the teachers them guilt trip. So what we need to see now is this document and what they have as signs. I was thinking that.
As signs for terrorists. How does one identify a terrorist? And you know what we probably have to go do now is what we're reading this article here. We might have to go find somebody who is a registered childminder to come on this broadcast at a later date. So make a note of that. Right. Producer, make a note of that. And we need a childminder to come on and tell us about what are the signs that they are to look for in terms of how to identify a terrorist. All right. Okay, let me see. Let me scroll down here, because maybe it gives me some more details here. All right. But no, we're not. Now, okay. Now check this out. Listen to this. Listen to this in the article. As a matter of fact, let me go back up to the top. I'm going to read all of it. All right. It says here, let me start back here. It says the document accompanies the counterterrorism and security bill currently before Parliament. It identifies nurseries and early years childcare providers along with schools and universities as having a duty to prevent people being drawn into terrorism. Senior management and governors should make sure that staff having training that gives them the knowledge and confidence to identify children at risk of being drawn into terrorism and challenge extremist ideas which can be used to legitimize terrorism and are shared by terrorist groups. So they're talking about idealisms, right? So ideologies here. Okay, so we have to find out now what are these ideologies that they're talking about. It says they should know where and how to refer children and young people for further help. But concern was raised over the practicalities of making it a legal requirement for staff to inform on toddlers. David Davis, the Conservative MP and former Shadow Home Secretary, said, "It is hard to show how this can be implemented. It is unworkable. I have to say I cannot understand what nurses staff are expected to do." Exactly. What are you expecting them to do? Exactly. How can they identify? That makes sense. Are they supposed to report some toddlers who come in praising a preacher deemed to be extreme? You know, so it says like if you come in and you start saying, what we heard on radio, or what we heard them brothers saying is right. Is that extreme? So that's a good question. Are they supposed to report some toddler who comes in praising a preacher deemed to be extreme?
Going against the government.
Exactly. So is that extremism? It is heavy-handed. Mr. Davis also accused the Home Office of pushing the legislation too quickly. Isabel Sankey, the policy director of human rights body Liberty, said, "Turning our teachers and childminders into an army of involuntary spies will not stop the terrorist threat. Far from bringing those at the margins back into mainstream society, it will sow seeds of mistrust, division, and alienation from an early age. The government should focus on projects to support vulnerable young people instead of you're playing straight into the terrorist hands by pushing through a bill that undermines our democratic principles and turns us into a nation of suspects." Okay? Teachers Union NAHT said it was uneasy with the new guidance. General Secretary Russell Hobb said it was really important that nurseries are able to establish a strong relationship of trust with families, as they are often the first experience the families will have of the education system. Any suspicions that they are evaluating families for ideology could be quite counterproductive. Nursery settings should focus on foundations of literacy and socializing with other children. Those are the real protections. Schools and nurseries, he said, should not be required to act as a police service. The Home Office spokesman last night said, "We are not expecting teachers and nursery workers to carry out unnecessary intrusion into family life, but we do expect them to take action when they observe behavior of concern." Now that's,
Look how they twist it.
Yeah.
They give you the good cop, bad cop scenario. You get me? It's the way of, it's the trickery that they use. Do you know what I mean?
You get the people that move are pro and the people that move are fun. People, yeah, you know what? They're right, He added, "It's important that children are taught fundamental British values at an age in an appropriate way. For children in the early years, this will be about learning right from wrong, in practitioners challenging negative attitude and stereotypes. We would expect staff to have the training they need to identify children at risk of radicalization. It is understood ministers will expect nursery staff to report, for example, anti-Semitic comments made in front of them by toddlers.
Mm.
Wow. We would not accept this behavior to be ignored, said a source. Other examples of children at risk of radicalization include instances where a Muslim child might tell a teacher that he has been taught at a religious school or madrasa that all non-Muslims are wicked. So check it out. Listen to this. It is understood ministers will expect nursery staff to report, for example, anti-Semitic comments made in front of them by toddlers. So if you teaching your child that you're an Israelite, okay,
and the people over there aren't the true
Jews, that's an anti-Semitic comment that you could be deemed as a extremist or terrorist. Hold up. Let's say a child come from a Palestinian child.
Yeah.
Definitely have a problem with Jewish people and what's going on over there in the Gaza right now. Because he has a problem with that, he is now anti-Semitic and could be a terrorist. People, listen to this carefully. This is what's going on in the schools right now. I know they're looking to profile and, and why is it anti-Semitic? Semitic is the first comment that come up there. What they're expecting to, you identify an anti-Semite, and to be so. If you what they call anti-Semitic, you can be deemed a terrorist.
No, it's madness.
All right, and this was taken from the Telegraph.co.uk on the 4th of January. You can go back and go check it out, people. Okay, you can go back and go and check it out. We're gonna when you get this, you probably get a little bit edited, so it might jump a bit. So don't feel no way about it.
We'll put in the description the links as well.
Yeah, we'll drop it in the links. All right. Now, what do you think about that?
It's crazy. It's obviously aiming for those that are waking up and teaching the kids the truth, and any kids that are waking up to the knowledge of what's going on.
Yes.
And that's against the government and what they've got their hands in.
Yes.
And especially that bit at the end where you brought out and anti-Semitism and against like Muslim extremists. It's like it's crazy. It's obvious.
Anti-Semitism.
Yeah.
You can be deemed as a anti-terror plan to spy on toddlers is heavy-handed. You with me? That's the name, but that's an article. That's what the Home Office looking to do right now. Having your nursery teachers, and we're not gonna just drop it like this and leave it. Listen, if you can pull your children out of these institutions right now, brothers and sisters, now is the time. Now is the time right now that you start setting up the homeschool. Now is the time that within the community of Israelites, wherever you are right now on the earth listening to this broadcast, okay, set up communities within yourselves where you can have a teacher who can teach a child, the homeschool system. If that's not available where you are, now is the time really that we start pulling our children out of these institutions. All right, and I mean, if right now where you are it's impossible or you can't do it, then so be it. But at least know that we have to operate with wisdom, okay, in the society. All right, putting that out there like that. All right, and tell you what, we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back. All right, catch you on the next side.
Shalom, brother. Thank you for putting me down with you on this song right here.
Oh yeah,
This song is for the children of Israel. Wake up, Jacob.
a lot of people need proof, even though he split the Red Sea and we walked through. Came up on the other side, still we didn't follow through. Now we bowing down to false idols like the heathens do. Children, what is wrong with you? All your faith in things you can see and touch. Oppositions of the truth, false doctrines too much. Yes, you been religified. I don't think you realize all my faith in God, those in y'all should never die. I've been a curse since the first day I came in, shaped in iniquity, lost in this world of sin, and now my end is irrelevant. Blessed with this truth in these last days. Brothers out here yelling it, I can see the struggle in my brother's eyes, hypnotized by the world. Brothers out here being victimized. We breaking curses with the verses, hope you realize. Blasphemers, non-believers, and forgers of false lies.
Wake up, Jacob, let him know that he's forgiven. Calling him out his prison. It's been so long. It's been so long. Go tell his brother, tell his father and his mother. Don't worry about tomorrow. That day will come. That day will surely come.
And as I drink the bitter wine of the truth, I can shine with the proof. I got love for my youth. I was once like you. I was lost in this world. Got to run around up and down, feeling like I want a Earl. My baby girl lost focus and it broke me down. A better way, man, I'm searching for it every day. A ray of light comes shining in my darkest nights. I bowed down, repented, and gave my life to Christ. I asked the Father to forgive me for my life of sins. Please hide me from the faces of wicked men. Through thick and thin, he was there for me. He really never ever left me, and I know that he cared for me. I'm not the same man I used to be. Truthfully, honestly, I can see. Tell me, brother, would you do the same for me? If I was hungry, would you give a brother something to eat? And if I feel like, would you help me brother back on his feet?
Wake up, Jacob, let him know that he's forgiven. Calling him out his prison. It's been so long. It's been so long. Go tell his brother, tell his father and his mother. Don't worry about tomorrow. That day will come. That day will surely come.
See, he came for the thugs. They needed the love. I gave a bomb, my dub, and I knew it was my blood. Ain't no shame in mine. Who can change the time? Sit back while I twist the line. Take a load off your shoulder. Let me ease your mind. With this truth right here, yeah, it's hard to find. I know my hardest times when I was blind. Praise the Most High, man, that He's opened my eyes.
Wake up, Jacob, let him know that he's forgiven. Calling him out his prison. It's been so long. It's been so long, too long. Go tell his brother, tell his father and his mother. Don't worry about tomorrow. That day will come. That day will surely come.
Well, we about to be up out of here in a minute. This captivity almost over.
Yes, it will.
All right, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. You're listening to the Raw Truth, aka Rawcast. All right, now we are broadcasting, or we are actually podcasting. That's what I'm calling this thing, all right? Podcasting. I'm new to it. Bear with me, everybody. All right. And the song you just listened to was called "Forgiven" by brothers Shamaraya featuring Fred and the Genius. All right, beautiful track, and I think the track is right on cue with this next segment that we're gonna move into right now. We're gonna, this is the first cast that we're doing really. So we are playing with the ideas and the possibilities. We're gonna have some guests coming in very soon, and a higher willing it should be good. And we have a couple of tracks that we wanted to review this evening, or a couple of tracks that caught my attention, and I wanted you to listen to it, hear it out. All right. Now the first one, believe it or not, is from Eddie Murphy. Can you believe that? Now Eddie Murphy have a Benjamin track out there, a reggae track called "Oh Gaja." All right.
Right.
And not knocking Eddie Murphy. No knock to Eddie Murphy and what Eddie Murphy doing. And Eddie Murphy, the lyrics of the song is powerful. We're actually gonna play it. You understand? But it had me thinking about the state of reggae music, about the state of reggae music and dancehall music. Is that the culture right now is putting out so much nonsense music out there, coming out of we see slackness and lewd behavior, lascivious behavior with the music. That at one point in time, even though the culture has always been sort of like that, it has gone to a new low right now. We will always see, the artists them out there. You with me? And I personally believe that a lot of people outside of the Benjamite community, outside of Benjamin, is capitalizing on this lack of, you with me, good music. You understand me? And you saw people like Snoop Dogg coming in and trying to get a piece of it. Snoop Dogg, Snoop
exactly.
Lion. But for me, that was a gimmick, anyways. You with me? But a lot of people don't know is that reggae music is listened to largely on the continent. It's an international type of music. Japan, most reggae artists spend or make them live touring, make them live in touring places like Europe, Africa. You understand me? And as far east Asia as Japan, and reggae music is very big down there. So you see other people coming in right now and capitalizing on the reggae culture and the lack of good music or good influence. You with me? Not saying that this is what Eddie Murphy is doing, but it just had me thinking. It just had me looking into it that something. Here's a brother who just dropping some things that a lot of youths right now could be singing positive music and using it as a vehicle to elevate themselves out of poverty.
Yeah,
You understand me? Rather than out there, I'd rather, personally, I'd rather a man out there go into the studio and make good music than sell drugs. You understand me? I'd rather know that a brother out there in the studio making good music, righteous music. You understand me? Than trying to make music to tear down our sisters, telling them to be whores and all of that. And it's not just within Benjamite music. I mean, we see it strongly within hip hop culture and all that. The lack of respect for our sisters and all of that it's unreal. You with me? So we're gonna bust a review in a minute right now on two of these tracks, all right? And open up for comments and whatever you feel you can send. You can send it to us. We got an email here that you can use particularly for this cast, relating to this cast, and it's called the rawcast144@gmail.com. That is rawcast144@gmail.com. If you have any music out there and you'd like to send it in for us to play it, send it. You understand me? If it's unmixed, send it. We have a mixer here right now, nice studio setup right now that we can actually mix it, master it for you. If you so desire, you understand. But send your music in if it's finished, because what we don't want to be doing is downloading tracks off YouTube, because when the tracks are horrible. When we sat down here in the studio playing back some tracks before, I got to turn them off because the noise and all of that.
You want good quality to put out.
Yeah, we want some good quality music to put out. So if you have it, just email it over at rawcast144@gmail.com, and we'll review it, put it up, and play it in the review segment of this program. Hopefully, with the creativity going in the back with the production team. We have a nice production team set up right now, and they're talking to me, telling me, giving me all sorts of ideas of things that we can do with the show or how we can take it. So we're just gonna work with it and bring it out there for the brothers and sisters them. All right, so I'm sure there's a music one coming up very soon where we're just gonna be dealing with music, just maybe an hour of music. As you know, we do on Blog Talk, or we have done on Blog Talk Radio, the Chilling with Israel segment, which we have not done in a long while right now. I know brother Azariah is itching to get that back out. You understand me? So I know he has a lot of ideas as well as things that he wants to, how he wants us to drop it. You understand? So most I will, like I said, I like this vibe. It's pretty laid back. It's an open forum right now for me right now. It's new. Never done podcast before. Never done anything like this. And it feel nice. It feel.
Yeah, man.
I like like I say, I like the sound. I like the way it's going. You with me? So most I will be able to bring more information out there to you.
Yeah, man, it's going to be a good platform, I think.
Yeah, I think so as well.
And we can get brothers and sisters, artists, like we were saying, we can get people in and interview you as we did on the Raw Truth,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
can use it for that. You get me?
Yeah, man. So hopefully, most are willing. Things are looking good. You with me? And so we're gonna take it from there. All right. So like, this is gonna be we're gonna review 2 tracks with what time we have left here, and the first track we have in here is Eddie Murphy, Oh Jaja. We're gonna put it in, play it, listen to it. Eddie Murphy dropping it. You with me? All right, Judah. Judah over there dropping it. I mean, I don't know,
What to make of it?
what to make of it. You listen to it, you decide. The lyrics are deep. We're coming out of Babylon, moving back into Zion. You understand me? The devil is at work. Listen to the lyrics of the track, all right? And we get back to you after it. Yes.
You know? Hear me now. Oh, ja, 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 ja. Oh, ja, ja, oh, ja, ja, oh, ja, ja, oh, ja, ja. Sing it, yo. Oh, ja, ja, oh, ja, ja, oh, ja, ja, oh, ja, ja. Goodness gracious, Lord have mercy. The devil's on the move and the world's gone crazy. Yeah. Police in the street shooting down black babies. Glory, hallelujah for the young and the innocent. Yeah. Run for your life. The time has come for us to strengthen our defenses. Hey, Babylon, you know it won't be long. Oh, and we'll be going back to Zion soon. We're leaving Babylon and going back to Zion. We're leaving Babylon, yo. Going back to Zion. Yeah, we are. Oh, Jaja, oh, Jaja, oh, Jaja, oh, Jaja. Yeah. Oh, Jaja, oh, Jaja, oh, Jaja, oh, Jaja. Yeah. Goodness gracious, Lord have mercy. You know, I never, ever, never let the devil get the best of me. Yeah. I saw the preacher taking nickels from the welfare babies. Whoa, go judge it, go judge for the young and the innocent. Yeah, yeah. Protect the riot, reject the wrong. It offends my senses. Hey, Babylon, you know it won't be long. Whoa, and we'll be going back to Zion soon. We're leaving Babylon, going back to Zion. Yeah, we're leaving Babylon, yo. And going back to Zion. Yeah, we are. Oh, Jaja, oh, Jaja, oh, Jaja, oh, Jaja. Say the song, y'all. Sing it for the Lord. Say, oh, Jaja, oh, Jaja, oh, Jaja, oh, Jaja. Yeah. Goodness gracious, Lord have mercy. Goodness gracious, Lord have mercy.
Raw Truth, Raw Truth.
Sing it, yo. Goodness gracious, Lord have mercy. Goodness gracious, Lord have mercy. Yeah, yeah, amen. Oh, my Lord. Amen. I feel the spirit of the Lord. Oh, Jaja, oh, Jaja, oh, Jaja, oh, Jaja. Oh, Jaja, Jaja, Jaja. Oh, Jaja, oh, Jaja, oh, Jaja, oh, Jaja. Oh, Jaja, 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 Jaja.
Yes, everybody. Welcome back. Yes, you're just listening to Eddie Murphy, Oh Jaja. Now, you don't know. It'd be very interesting to find out who Mr. Eddie Murphy is referring to as Jaja. Now, might have to tell Mr. Azariah to get Eddie Murphy in for a little chat, and we can go over that track. But the lyrics on point. You with me? I have to say I could jam to that. I could listen to it. All right. And I hope you like it at home, or give us your thoughts at rawcast144@gmail.com. And also, if you have any music, just send it in. Now, the next track that hit me up this week is "Against Us" by Tweeter Benjamin and Mavic Brands. As everybody know, for the past couple of months, any opportunity I get to play a Tweeter Benjamin, I'll play it. You with me?
Jump on it.
You understand me? So this track here was close to home.
Big track.
Brother Burns had hit me up and was saying, in any what we can put together for a good track. And we came up with a couple of ideas and we just dropped that down and they did the rest. You with me? Put it together, the vocals and everything and the arrangement. All right, and it's a big track. It's a big tune out there right now. The lyrics right on point. You with me? It's pretty much saying, if the Most High is with us, who can be against us? You understand me? And it's real, people. Right now, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, and we're fighting spiritual wickedness in high and low places. Our only defense and shield in all of this is the Most High. So we have to seek Him now while we have a chance. We have to get, we have to have Him as our defense. All right, and this track right on point with it. So check this out, everybody. This is "Against Us" by Maverick Brands and Tweeter Benjamin. Check it out.
Another bronze and Gaja creation. Coming to life.
No weapon they form against me shall prosper.
Don't mean it won't be formed. Just means it will not prosper. And that fabulous voice you hear there? Yeah.
No weapon they form against me shall prosper.
Mute your mic, tweet the bird. Yeah.
Rod true.
Please don't mistake us for no chumps. We are humble by choice. Cup our hands out in front of us and blow with our voice. Scripture card that the trumpet when we roll with our boys. To these highways and byways and ring on the noise. Operation Wake Up Jacob, you cannot sleep forever. Seek the strength of thy power and let no man deter. Cause no man better than Yeshaya who the head of all men. Crawling to the body ease your pressure. Yes sir, all you who labor hard and heavy laden. Battle 1128 if you can't make out what I'm saying. We rockin' steady, ain't no tit for tat and getting back. We won this thing already. Get behind and be with us. Then who can be against us? Drop tears on the scriptures when the knowledge of the truth hit us. Bunch of y'all hit crab your hot wide eye. The kaka up your akiyam ban yam yam.
He's standing by my side. And why should I be afraid of the pestilence that crawling my life? Standing by my side, and why should I be afraid of the pestilence that crawling my life?
Yes, you can tell your lies on us, keep your state eyes on us, send the rep to spreading truth, even bring your minds on us. We gon' keep coming back, getting up like monster, new improve every time. Bigger but stronger, we back. The children of Israel back, and we ain't cutting no corners, running through the whole pack. We ain't looking for no shortcut to Zion. Who you think you kidding? We ain't getting sweet some lion. Mangle you and dangle you all up and down this jungle. Rising out our whip, show you how this cookie crumble. Who you think you talking to? Don't tell me what my forefathers wrote. Slaughtering your doctrine, we didn't fall off no banana boulder. How you doing this to you cause he tied? Rising up his tries to come bust up all your lies. Keep the raw truth on, cause our power made the earth. We are work, many sparrows, dummies off of his work.
He's standing by my side. And why should I be afraid of the pestilence that crawling my life? He's standing by my side. And why should I be afraid of the pestilence that crawling my life? I walk through this earth, I walk without fear.
every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment, thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of thy power, and therefore righteousness is of me, saith thy power. Psalm 91 and 4. He shall cover thee with his feather, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His trust shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for thy terror by night, nor for thy arrow that flies by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. Romans 8 and 31. What shall we say then to these things? If the higher before us, then who can be against us?
Raw truth.
Yo, all right.
So the truth.
What a tune. What a tune, boy. You're right. You know, just before when it was playing, man, I was looking for the restart button, for the pull up button. Yo, let me pull it up again. What a tune. Big tune, yo. I think that they went in there with the spirit and definitely
Yo,
just
they
left
definitely
us.
went in.
Yeah, they went in. They never left nothing back. You with me? So big up the brothers them, all right. I hope you enjoyed the track. I see the track out there making waves anyways, you with me? So yo, it's a big tune for Israel, man. Rise, you with me? Judah and Benjamin together, you with me? That's a warrior and a king, you with me?
Lethal combination.
You get me? That's a nation. That's a nation right there. You with me? Powerful. So, big up and love to the brothers them out there who doing the music, man, and keep it coming. All right. Email us, send us the tracks in at the rawcast144@gmail.com, and we will definitely review it and play it and give it the props. You with me? So send it over. All right, reggae, dancehall, hip hop, jazz, R&B, anything we do, just send it in. You with me? And we'll play it as long as it's clear and it righteous. Yo, we shall play it. We shall have it here.
That's right.
All right, and if it don't make the review, it will probably more than likely make the reggae. I mean, but the reggae, the Hebrew countdown. The Hebrew countdown with the music, all right. So we have a lot of things planned up right now in the pipes that we're gonna be bringing out for the people. Am I right? And I think this wraps up our first broadcast. I know earlier we said we had a few articles we wanted to go into, but we're not gonna go into them for this particular cast. We'll go into them on the next one coming right up. All right. So everybody out there, this is us leaving, saying shalom. Oh, before I go and I forget, Elder Gabar gonna be debating Imam Bashir on the 10th of January, which
That's right.
which is a cake, which going to be, I was thinking it's a cake walk, but all due respect, let me not even put it out like that. You get me? It's gonna be very interesting. You with me? And as Elder Gabar always say, these guys gonna go down with the sinking ship. You understand me? So hopefully they can go on, and after it's all said and done, lick the wounds and come back and try and and hopefully they find truth. You with me? Because the truth stands alone. You understand me? And we casting down all imaginations that exalt itself against the Most High. Islam being one of them, Satanism, aka Judaism, Judaism being one of them. You understand? And all and every other imagination. And we know that on the 8th of February, Kemet is gonna be buried as well. Egyptology, we're burying that this year. You with me? Or should I say, well, for this calendar year, this 2015, the Kemetic understanding that been mudding our people, we actually gonna bury that. You understand me? On the 8th of February, I am trying to get over to New York for this debate. We'll see it go still. Me and a couple of the brothers them here looking to head over there in New York. So if if we come over there as well, boy, you with me? GOCC representing internationally from all over. You with me? I think Elder Gabar got lots of brothers coming in for support. So we might be out there as well on the 8th of February for that debate. All right, and if linking with Elder Gabar, find out for those of you who can't see it, can't get there, how you can watch it live. I think they're gonna have it on pay-per-view as well. So find out how you can get that from Elder Gabar. Check it out soon. All right. They've been doing, Yeah, cause it's gonna be a burial thing for Kemet.
Yeah,
you understand
exactly.
me? We're gonna bury. we're going to put that baby to bed to sleep
With the higher by our side. You get
with a
me?
higher by our side. You with me? You get me? So why should I be afraid of the pestilence that crawleth by night? People, this is the Raw Cast, aka Raw Truth, coming at you again and saying peace and love to everybody out there. All right, we're out. Shalom.
Shalom.
There's nowhere else to turn. There's nothing you can do. It's just the raw truth. Teaching us our Bible and our history like we never knew. Raw truth. Showing us the lies and all the snares of Babylon pull up. Raw truth. It is nothing but the raw truth. Raw truth. Raw truth. Raw truth. Raw truth. Raw truth. Raw truth.